Did you know? For 2 years straight, Mario Galaxy 2 was the world's most pirated video game, averaging over 1 million illegal downloads in both years. Despite the piracy, it was one of the best-selling Wii games overall. Both games in the series saw universal praise, and one of their most celebrated features was their orchestral soundtracks. The original Mario Galaxy, however, almost didn't have one. The development team felt that an orchestrated score would be too expensive, and that it could actually be detrimental to the gameplay. Mario composer Koji Kondo elaborated, saying, "It almost feels like while you're playing the game, the music is coming from a CD player and not from the game console, and it feels like you're obligated to play the game in time to the music." For that reason, Nintendo has only used a live orchestral soundtrack on a few occasions in the past. The ultimate decision to use an orchestra was influenced by Mario Galaxy's sound director, Masafumi Kawamura. Kawamura had previously worked on Donkey Kong Jungle Beat and The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. These games had a feature where sounds would sync up with the player's actions to emphasize what was happening on screen. Kawamura wanted to bring this back for Super Mario Galaxy, but also integrate it with an orchestrated soundtrack. In order to do this with pre-recorded music, the orchestra was shown footage of the game and instructed to play at a tempo to match what was on screen at the time, usually a tempo close to Mario's walking speed. Since MIDI data was synced up to the orchestral music, the sound effect could be played and emphasize whatever note was currently playing. This wasn't the last time that the Galaxy series was influenced by Zelda. The Galaxy 2 team experimented with a system that could change the entire game world, similar to the 3-day system in Majora's Mask. The idea proved to be too ambitious and was scrapped early on. However, the team still paid homage to Majora's Mask with the Rock Mushroom power-up. One of Galaxy 2's directors, Yoshiaki Koizumi, was adamant about Rock Mario's inclusion. He'd previously worked on Majora's Mask and designed the controls for Goron Link. Influences from the Zelda series can also be found in the original Mario Galaxy. Mega Leg was inspired by an unused boss battle from Ocarina of Time. Ganondorf was planned to transform into a colossal beast that Link needed to climb in order to attack. It was scrapped due to hardware concerns, and because players wouldn't be able to see Ganon's entire model on the screen. The skybox texture used in the Ghostly Galaxy and the Boo's Boneyard Galaxy is also a reused texture from the Ghost Ship in The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. The data from the original Mario Galaxy contains many unused assets. These include the Bully and Big Bully from Super Mario 64, a fake toad that hops around, a darker colored Goomba referred to as an Iron Goomba, a fish-like enemy that goes after coins, and a fire-breathing pig statue. There's even an enemy named Torimoti, a purple blob creature whose model is fully rigged but not animated. Its name appears to be a play on torimochi, the Japanese word for bird lime, a sticky substance used to trap birds. Bird lime is considered a controversial and sometimes illegal substance in many parts of the world. This might explain why Torimoti was never fully programmed. A collection of unused insects, fully textured, rigged, and modeled, exist in Mario Galaxy's files. There's also a fully functional landmine that can be set off by touching it or shooting it with a star bit. Unused animations for Mario show that he was planned to throw punches like in Mario 64, and, bizarrely, perform several tennis moves. Yoshi was originally intended to accompany Mario in the first Mario Galaxy. In an Iwata Asks interview, lead programmer Takeshi Hayakawa remarked, "Well, if you're gonna put Yoshi in a game, he has to be a main element. But the previous game had spherical landforms and gravity shifts and lots of elements that were entirely new. If we'd thrown in Yoshi too, it would have been too much all at once." This wasn't the only rejected concept brought back for Galaxy 2. Starship Mario was also planned to appear in the first game, though perhaps not as a hub. Characters from other Nintendo properties, including Pikmin and Donkey Kong, were planned to make cameo appearances in Galaxy 2. Shigeru Miyamoto, however, shot both ideas down. In particular, he thought the slender Pikmin characters wouldn't fit the game's mechanics. Mario characters are round and squat so that they're easy to jump on, but the Pikmin wouldn't fit this function. Super Mario Galaxy 2 was originally planned as an expansion or add-on to the original Mario Galaxy. Early development consisted of editing existing missions as well as adding new stars. This early phase was called Super Mario Galaxy 1.5 by Nintendo, but the team ended up adding so many new elements that it became a sequel instead. The internal disk ID for Galaxy 2 is labeled as Super Mario Galaxy More, a possible relic of the game's origins. According to Yoshiaki Koizumi, the basis of Super Mario Galaxy was inspired by Mario 128, a GameCube tech demo shown at Space World 2000. The demo featured several Marios on a warpable platform that players could manipulate. This idea fascinated Koizumi, but he believed the demo's properties couldn't be used in a more realized way with existing technology. Shigeru Miyamoto took interest in how the demo's mechanics might be applied to spherical platforms, and even requested that Koizumi experiment with spherical worlds. Koizumi thought the project would be a good fit for the Wii, but other Nintendo developers had difficulty imagining the game. To better explain this idea, Koizumi gathered a small team to make a prototype showing Mario run around a spherical planet. The prototype took 3 months to make, and while it only showcased a fraction of the concepts used in the final game, it was enough to kickstart Super Mario Galaxy's development. In an Iwata Asks interview for Galaxy 2, Shigeru Miyamoto mentioned that one of the disadvantages of 3D Mario titles was that players tended to get lost or disoriented. Galaxy's spherical platforms fixed this issue, as they would quickly loop around and return players where they started. The official Prima strategy guide for Mario Galaxy featured several pieces of concept art. Early art for Guppy reveals that he was originally going to be one of the dolphins from Super Mario World, and was friendlier towards Mario. He was redesigned as a killer whale to reflect the more wild personality the developers gave him. Early concepts for Rosalina were also included in the guide, showing that she initially had a closer design to Princess Peach and was actually intended to be related to Peach. Rosalina's hair was also originally in a beehive hairstyle instead of being let down and covering one eye. The final hairstyle was chosen to reflect her outward strength and inner loneliness. The floating fortress was designed extremely early during development. Designing the planetoid actually helped Nintendo find a direction for the game, and cemented the idea that Super Mario Galaxy would be the next Mario title. Comparing the concept art in the guide, it's easy to see how much the level changed over time. At the beginning of the Good Egg Galaxy, there's a house with a note attached to the door reading "Gone for a long time. Need to get in? Use the pipe on the other side." Instead of the door being readable, however, the developers took a shortcut by placing a signpost behind the door, just close enough for Mario to read it. Hey, thanks for watching. Did You Know Gaming would like you to click on the YouTube search bar and type "Did You Know Gaming" followed by your favorite game or series. If there isn't a video on it yet, request it by leaving a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe for more facts, and if you like this video, give it a like. And if you liked my beautiful voice, you can go ahead and watch me on Game Grumps, screaming angrily at video games. Go ahead, click that link. Come on. I dare you. I double dare you. I triple freaking dare you. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a lovely day.